Private pilot written exam questions about airspeed. This video will be talking about what is this indicator and what it represents inside the airplane. So question 1, what is a maximum structural cruising speed? This is basically saying cruising speed is to 100 all the way to 160. So it's here. So it ends at this yellow mark and it begins at the end of this white mark. This white mark represents your flap operating range without having structural damage. And answer would be 165. Question 2. What is the caution range of this plane? So the caution range is your yellow mark. You're not recommended to fly here, and you should only fly here in an emergency, and it must be in calm VFR weather, where the winds are calm and is great VFR weather. And then that's an if your airplane can withhandle that given amount of speed without providing structural damage. So we see it begins over 160 and it ends over at 200. So the closest answer would be A, 165 to 208. Question 2. Which color identifies a normal flap operating range? The flap operating range is this big white arc. If you operate an airplane with flaps on beyond the end mark of your indicator, so if we have flaps over 100 knots, which is our our highest airspeed we can handle with flaps, we will the airplane will have structural damage from the flaps. So it would be the white arc. What is important about airspeed limitations that the color is not coded on airspeed indicator? It is maneuvering speed. Maximum structural speed, it is at the end, and at the end of this indicator, this is the red dial mark. Never exceed speed is again over here at the red and yellow marking. Maneuvering speed is not mentioned in this indicator. Question 5. Which color identifies the power off stall speed with wing flaps and landing gear and the landing configuration? So answer B, C. So the white arc includes landing configuration out with flaps operating range. It does not have to be both, it can only be one of them. So that's the answer for that. Question 6. Which marking identifies the never exceed indicator? The never exceed indicator is the red dial mark. That would be above 200, so B, the red dial line. The maximum speed at which the airplane can be operating in smooth air. In smooth air. That is the red yellow marking. So, and it wants to know the maximum speed you can put on this yellow marking. That will be at the top, so above 200. Our closest answer would be B. What is the full flap operating range of the airplane? So the full flap operating range begins around 50, ends at 100. So the answer would be B. What is the maximum flap extended speed? The maximum flap extended speed is 100. That's where it ends. Question 10. What does the red dial on an airspeed indicator represents? Answer is C, never exceed speed. Which color identifies the power off stall speed in a specific landing configuration. So it's basically saying which color identifies that the plane will hit a power off stall when you're at a speed. So we will get a power off stall below this green line. If we exceed anywhere below the 60, around the 60 down mark, the airplane will stall no matter what weight the airplane is operating in.